Time to compare these two bad boys. We are talking about a small Ricoh camera versus a Fujifilm camera paired with a small pancake Fujifilm lens. They both have the f2.8 aperture, and both of these two cameras with the lenses share the same field of view. So let's talk about this now. Hi there and welcome to my channel. My name is Tudor Matescu, and in this video I want to do a comparison that I'm shocked that I wasn't thinking about it till now. So in my way to the studio I was thinking about this field of view because I want to sell my small Fujifilm lens, the pancake lens. That I'm not a big fan of it. I know a lot of people are wanting this lens because it's hard to find. It's a good lens, it's a sharp lens, but nothing special. It was sold as a kit lens with Fujifilm X-4. On the other hand, I have a camera that still is sharing the same field of view as this lens paired with Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II. So the next camera, it is Ricoh GR IIIx. So the field of view that we are talking about is the 40mm field of view that I'm really loving this field of view. Basically, we will compare two APS-C lenses that share the same field of view and the same aperture and a similar APS-C sensor. Which one is better? Which one is more portable? Which one will do the job great in different situations, in low light photography, in street photography, in family photography, in documentary photography, as an everyday carry. So if you are in content like this, please subscribe now to my channel and give it a like. I have now both cameras in my hand. This is Fujifilm X-T30 Mark II paired with 27mm f2.8 WR, so weather resistant lens, f2.8 from Fujifilm. This is Ricoh GR IIIx, a very pocketable fixed lens camera. You are able to see that yes, Fujifilm, it is a little bit chunkier, a little bit heavier, but let's be serious, it is still small, portable, but not pocketable. But of course, you will be able to put this lens and this body in a winter jacket pocket. Also, if you pair this lens with X-4, yes, you will be able to do it with XM1 also, but not like on Ricoh. Ricoh is entering almost in any pocket, being summer, being winter, being spring, autumn, and so on. So regarding the portability factor, Ricoh has a big advantage here. Now let's talk about the ergonomics of these two lenses, because we have different lenses with different options on them. The Fujifilm lens, it's a weather resistant lens. It has an aperture dial, a focus by wire mechanism, so it's not a mechanical mechanism that will help you zone focus this lens. You still must use the screen and the indications from the screen. I'm not liking to use this lens in manual focusing option. On the other hand, on the Ricoh lens, you don't have any kind of control. All the controls are on the Ricoh body. And also the Ricoh body is not weather resistant, but also the X-T30 in this case is not weather resistant. If you'll pair the Fujifilm lens with a weather resistant Fujifilm body, yes, then you'll have a Fujifilm water resistant camera. But overall, I feel that this chapter is not very important when you want to choose a camera with a 40mm field of view and an f2.8 aperture. One of the most important things is optical quality, and I will talk immediately about the optical quality of these two lenses. But now, another big differentiate factor is that we have a different minimum to focus distance. So with the Ricoh lens, you can focus as close in macro mode to 12 centimeters, and also in not macro mode to 24 centimeters. On the other side, the Fujifilm lens is focusing only 34 centimeters. So you have a big problem here regarding minimum to focus distance. Ricoh is great for close-up shots compared to this lens. So it's winning it by far regarding minimum to focus distance. Now, let's talk about the image quality of these two lenses and let's see which one it will deliver better image quality, because yes, it's important, but we also have another important factor, AF, that I will address after the image quality, because if you don't have good AF or if you don't have good manual focusing systems to get the picture in sharp focus, then the image quality is not too important. But regarding image quality, I feel that Ricoh camera is winning it by far. This lens on the Ricoh camera, that it's a small lens, retractable lens, that it's acquiring dust, okay, but it's small and it has great image quality. The image quality, it's outstanding. This is the word. Outstanding image quality of this lens. Way ahead the Fujifilm lens. I would say 30% better for my taste. So regarding image quality, really there is no discussion here. This Ricoh lens, it's a great lens. The portraits are popping, they have so much detail, so much good sharpness to it. So the Ricoh lens, for my taste, for my eyes, it's a great lens. It's delivering great image quality at any given aperture and at any distance. I'm really loving it. It's a no compromise lens. So this is showing that it's possible to make a great compact lens. Now let's talk about the AF. Regarding the Fujifilm lens, the AF, it depends on the Fujifilm body. So we have good AF on X-T30 Mark II, on X-T5, but also on older bodies like X Pro 3. But the older the body, the slower the AF, but it's doing the job. Don't expect AF as on the 35mm f2 or as on other lenses. It's squeaking a little, it's hunting a little in some situations, but it's not a deal breaker. It's a good lens, it's doing the job. On the other hand, the Ricoh AF, it's discussable. In low light and in backlit subjects, it will not do a great job. So this is something that you must accept and overcome this problem by using the manual focusing controls. So now regarding manual focusing controls, on the Ricoh body and lens, there is a total another discussion, and I've made a video where I am addressing how to manual focus the Ricoh camera. It's another level. It's almost as a Leica level, I would say, regarding manual focusing options. Fujifilm body and lens, it's not even touching the manual focusing controls and precision that you can have with the Ricoh camera. Also, the Ricoh camera has a great touch to shoot option. So you just lightly press the screen and the camera will instantly take the pictures. It's a snap machine, it's acting very fast. It's the most fastest camera regarding this kind of shooting. On X-T30 Mark II, on X-T5 and other Fujifilm cameras with touch to screen, this isn't possible at all. So very slow. With Ricoh, even in AF, it is faster with touch to screen. So in conclusion, which lens and the camera body and lens are better suited for this style of photography? Well, if you just have a Fujifilm camera and if you are into a Fujifilm system, then I feel that of course the Fujifilm WR lens, it's the only choice, the AF lens for AF abilities. If you want better image quality in the Fujifilm realm, I would recommend the Voigtlander 27mm f2 lens. On the other hand, if you are thinking about a compact camera like X100V, X100VI, now here it comes Ricoh GR IIIx. So regarding Ricoh GR IIIx as a small compact camera, portable camera without interchangeable lenses, I feel that this is the best camera out there. Yes, it's a small camera. There are some reports regarding issues with build quality. I didn't have any problems with my camera after I drop it and I've crashed the screen. Other than that, I've used it and I've obtained many pictures, lots of pictures, good pictures, because the 40mm field of view is helping you take good compositions with the Ricoh camera. I am feeling that I've surpassed the number of pictures taken with my Ricoh camera compared to this lens. Why? Because Ricoh, it's portable, it's fast, it has great film simulations. So another advantage here, you have great film simulations. The image quality, it's outstanding. The only downside, the only thing that I don't like about Ricoh is using this camera indoors. So indoors I have hunting, I have misfocuses and so on, and being low light I can't use very well the manual focusing options, and yes, indoors the Fujifilm lens will give you better results. But being a blunt lens, it doesn't have 3D pop, it doesn't have micro contrast, it doesn't have any magic to it. I don't know, I'm not willing to use this lens indoors. Even if the AF is working indoors better, I'm not inclined to use it. I would prefer to use X100V, X106 indoors than this lens. So yes, regarding portability factor and the field of view, this lens is doing the job if you don't have X100V. But for sharper results, for results that are there with some magic to it, I would choose in the Fujifilm realm the X100V camera. But is the X100V lens better than the Ricoh lens? First of all, both of these cameras, X100V and Ricoh GR IIIx, don't share the same field of view and don't share the same aperture. So this is a big differentiate factor. But I've made some tests with my X100V versus the 27mm f2.8, and I've discovered that the X100V lens is sharper at pixel level than this lens. Of course, it will not offer me the same field of view. But overall, let's say you are there probably with X106 regarding resolution and so on. So, which lens it is better for this kind of field of view? Well, the Ricoh. Definitely the Ricoh, no questions asked. Ricoh, it's much better, cleaner image, it's very sharp, lots of details, beautiful sharpness, beautiful 3D pop, 3D contrast, micro contrast, nice looking images. It's a very, very good lens. For my taste, it's rendering similar to the Sony 40mm f2.8 lens. I've used that lens just for some test shots, for some portrait shots, and for my eyes, this is very close to the Sony lens regarding rendering of portraits and details that are rendered. And this is a big deal for an APS-C lens. Have in mind, I'm putting the equal sign between this small pancake Ricoh lens to a full frame lens. I'm not saying that will give you the same depth of field and the same subject to background separation. It's not doing this, but for close-up portraits and regarding detailed shots, so where depth of field and subject to background separation isn't important, this lens is delivering very great results. It has a great micro contrast to it, so even if the subject is not entirely in focus and it's in acceptably focus area, this lens is delivering those results. So it's great to be used in manual focusing option, just like a Leica lens. So even if you miss the focus and even if you aren't pinned sharp on your subject, the subject will pop with the Ricoh lens. The objects and the buildings and all the details in the image will be rendered very clear. So a great lens from Ricoh. This is showing us again that manufacturers, if they want, they will be able to make great small compact lenses. So yes, this is why I'm loving the Ricoh lens very much more than my Fujifilm 27mm f2.8. So I'm totally recommending, if you want a pocketable camera, that it's a truly pocketable camera with a great lens, with not such a great AF, but it will do the job for street photography. I do recommend the Ricoh camera. But if you just have a Fujifilm system with interchangeable lenses, then yes, the 27mm f2.8, it could be a choice, but we have another choice that you can find online, and it's a budget choice. And more than that, that budget choice, it is sharper and it has better subject to background separation than this Fujifilm lens. So if you are interested in that budget lens, please check my next videos where I share and review with you my experience using that budget lens. But if you want a better lens, but just a manual focusing lens, please check the other video where I compare the Fujifilm lens to the other lens. So overall, both are great lenses, but Ricoh has an outstanding, a really outstanding lens for my taste. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe for more, give it a like and leave me your comments.